Okay, dear students, today we will discuss about projectile motion. What does it mean by projectile motion? You have studied motion, Newton's law of motion, equations of motion also. Now we shall discuss about projectile motion. Projectile motion. This projectile motion is very important so far as examination is concerned and different entrance examination are concerned. Problems very often come from projectile motion. Then what is a projectile? A body which is projected in space and no longer propelled by any fuel is called a projectile. A body, what is a projectile? First know what is a projectile. What is a projectile? A body projected in space and no longer propelled by any fuel is called a projectile. A body projected into space and no longer propelled by any fuel is called a projectile. So, when a body is projected into space, it is under the action of gravity. So, projectile motion is a motion under gravity. Therefore, projectile motion is a motion under gravity. That is, G plays very important role in this motion. So, we can project a body into space in number of ways. We can straight project a body vertically upwards. As you know, when a body is projected vertically upwards, it goes to some height, then falls down and reaches the ground at the point from where it was projected. We can project a body at an angle. When a body is projected at an angle, it will travel over a curved path, then reach the ground, but not at the point from which it was projected. So, now we shall discuss about that motion, that general projectile motion, that body projected at an angle with the horizontal. Projectile projected at an angle. So, this is general projectile motion, body is projected at an angle. So, let us consider a body projected at an angle like this. Suppose the velocity of projection is u, the angle with the horizontal is theta. The body is projected like this. How it will move? The body will move like this. It will travel over a curved path and reach the ground at some distance from the point of projection. So, suppose this point is O, this point is A, this point is B, this point is C. So, now the body is projected. The body velocity of projection is u, angle of projection is theta. Velocity of projection is equal to u. Angle of projection is theta. Inside the bracket you can write with the horizontal. the body, the velocity is making an angle theta with the horizontal. Now let us see how this motion will be. Now this velocity, as you know, velocity is a vector quantity. It can be now, so this velocity u can result into two components. One component along horizontal direction, another component along vertical direction. So what is the component along horizontal direction? U cos theta. What is the component along vertical direction? U sin theta. So the velocity u can be resolved into two components. The horizontal component is u cos theta. The vertical component is u sin theta. The velocity u can be resolved into two mutually perpendicular components. Two mutually perpendicular components. Perpendicular components. The horizontal component is equal to u cos theta. The vertical component is u sin theta. Two components are there. Now the horizontal component is not affected by gravity, so it remains always a constant. The horizontal component remains constant throughout the motion because it is not affected by gravity. The horizontal component remains constant throughout the motion. Because it is not affected by g. So horizontal component remains as such u cos theta always. But what are the vertical component? Because of g, the vertical component gradually decreases, becomes zero at the highest point, then the body starts falling. The vertical component u sin theta, the vertical component u sin theta is affected by g. It is affected by g because it is in vertical direction and g is in vertical direction. So this component gradually decreases. And becomes zero at the highest point, at the highest point. So at the highest point, the projectile has got a velocity only u cos theta. So this component gradually decreases and becomes zero at the highest point. Then the body starts falling. So at the highest point, velocity of the body is only in horizontal direction, that is, it has got a velocity u cos theta. So at this is a very important point, remember it. So at the highest point, at the highest point velocity of the body is u cos theta in horizontal direction. In horizontal direction. So the motion of the when a projectile is going up and finally reaching the ground, it is moving both in vertical direction as well as in horizontal direction. The motion in vertical direction is due to the vertical component of velocity. The motion in horizontal direction is due to the horizontal component of velocity. The horizontal component of velocity has nothing to do with the vertical motion. The vertical component of velocity has nothing to do with horizontal motion. So, motion of the projectile in horizontal direction is due to u cos theta only. Motion of the body in vertical direction is due to u sin theta. U cos theta doesn't play any role. So, that is also very important point. You have to know that motion of the body in horizontal direction is due to horizontal component of velocity. Horizontal component of velocity. Motion of the body in horizontal direction is due to horizontal component of velocity, which is always constant. Which is always constant. These are very important points. Which is always constant. The motion of the body in a vertical direction is due to vertical component of velocity, which is affected by g. The motion of the body in vertical direction is due to vertical component of velocity only. Which is affected by gravity. By g, which is affected by g. Horizontal velocity always remains constant. Vertical velocity changes due to gravity. Now let us find out first what is the equation of the trajectory of the projectile. The path over which the projectile is moving, that is called trajectory. What is its shape? Let us find out mathematically. Equation trajectory of the projectile. Equation to the trajectory of the projectile. Equation to the trajectory of the projectile. You will find out the equation. The trajectory means the path over which it is moving. It will prove that this path is a parabolic path. Let us see. Now, how to find out equation trajectory is a motion in two dimensions. It is covering distance along horizontal direction. At the same time, it is also covering distance in vertical direction. So, let us consider a point P on the path of the projectile whose coordinates are x and y. Let us consider a point P on the path of the projectile, that is the trajectory of the projectile whose coordinates are x and y. That means distance covered along horizontal direction is x, distance covered along vertical direction is y. The relation between x and y will be the equation to the trajectory of the projectile. So let us consider a point P, whose coordinates are x and y on the path of the projectile, So let us consider a point P whose coordinates are x and y on the path of the projectile. Suppose the projectile reaches the point P t seconds after the point of projection, after the instant of projection. From the instant of projection, suppose the projectile has taken t seconds to reach the point P. Suppose the projectile has taken t seconds to reach P. Suppose the projectile has taken t seconds to reach P after the instant of projection. So it has taken t seconds to reach the point P. So what is the distance covered? Distance covered in horizontal direction in t seconds. The projectile has covered a distance x in horizontal direction. During t seconds, a projectile has covered a distance y in vertical direction. Therefore, the projectile has covered distance x. Therefore, the projectile is covered distance x in horizontal direction. In t seconds. Therefore, the projectile has covered distance x in horizontal direction t seconds, and distance covered in horizontal direction is due to horizontal component of velocity, which is always constant. It's a very important point to understand. The distance covered in horizontal direction is only due to horizontal component of velocity, and that velocity is always constant. The distance covered in horizontal direction is due to horizontal component of velocity, which is always constant. This is a very important point. Which is always constant. This component of velocity is always constant. So what is the distance covered? So distance covered is equal to how much? So x will be equal to how much? The velocity is u cos theta, time is t, and u cos theta is always a constant. So x will be u cos theta into t. So x is equal to u cos theta into t. This is your equation 1. first equation. X is equal to u cos theta into t, first equation. Now distance covered in vertical direction is due to vertical component of velocity only, which is affected by g. The distance covered in vertical direction is due to vertical component of velocity only, in distance covered in vertical direction is due to vertical component of velocity only, which is affected by g. The distance covered in vertical direction due to vertical component, that is u sin theta, and that u sin theta is not constant, that is affected by g. So your y will be equal to what? The formula is u sin theta into t minus half gt square. This is equation 2. Here we apply this formula, s equal ut plus half a t square formula. Y is equal to u sin theta, initial component u sin theta into t minus, in place of a there will be minus g, minus half gt square. So these two equations, our aim is to find out the relation between x and y. So how to find out the relation between x and y? Relation between x and equation between x and y can be found out by eliminating t between equations 1 and 2. Relation between x and y can be obtained by eliminating t between equations 1 and 2. Relation between x and y can be obtained by eliminating t between equations 1 and 2. How to eliminate t between equations 1 and 2? Let us see. How to eliminate t between equations 1 and 2? From equation 1, t is equal to x by u cos theta. Take this value of t and put in equation 2. So t will be eliminated and you will get the relation between x and y. From equation 1, t is equal to what? X by u cos theta. Put this value of t in equation 2. Putting this value of t in equation 2, putting this value of t in equation 2, we get, putting this value of t in equation 2, we get y is equal to how much? Y is equal to u sin theta into x by u cos theta minus half g into t square, x square by what? U square cos square theta. The t square, x square by u square cos square theta. So this equation y becomes equal to what? Y is equal to, here u will cancel, tan theta into x minus half g by u square cos square theta into x square. Y is equal to tan theta into x minus half g by u square cos square theta into x square. For a projectile which is projected into space, theta is a constant and u is also a constant. and g is also at a place, g is a constant. So tan theta is a constant, half g by u square cos square theta is a constant. For a projectile, for a particular projectile, u is constant, theta is constant. For a particular projectile, u is constant, theta is also constant. At a place, as you know, at a place, g is a constant. G is a constant. Therefore, tan theta is a constant, half g by u square cos square theta is a constant. So, tan theta is a constant, half g by u square cos square theta is a constant. Tan theta is a constant, half g by u square cos square theta is a constant. Let tan theta is equal to a. Suppose tan theta is equal to a. Half g by u square cos square theta is equal to b. Suppose let us take it like this. Tan theta is equal to a and half g by u square cos square theta is equal to b. So the equation becomes what? Now the equation becomes y is equal to what? Ax minus what? Bx square. Y is equal to ax minus bx square. This is equation to the trajectory of the projectile. This is the equation. This is the equation to the trajectory of the projectile. Trajectory of the projectile. Equation to the trajectory of the projectile. Y is equal to ax minus bx square. This equation, what type of equation this? There is equation to a straight line, there is equation to a circle, equation to a parabola, equation to an ellipse, equation to a hyperbola. So what is this equation? This is equation to a parabola. This equation is equation to a parabola. Equation to a parabola. Parabola. Therefore, trajectory of the projectile is a parabola, or path of the projectile is parabolic in nature. So, path of the projectile is a parabola. So, path of the projectile is a parabola. Path of the projectile is a parabola. The path is parabolic in nature, is a parabola. Path is neither a straight line, nor a circle, nor an ellipse, nor a hyperbola. It is a parabola. Path is a parabola. So this is how you find out equation to the trajectory of the projectile. In the examination, you may get long question. What is the projectile motion? Deduce an expression. Find out equation to the trajectory of the projectile. This can be a full question. With this, there may numerical, small numerical may be there. In addition to this, now we will find out what is the greatest height reached by the projectile, what is the time of flight of the projectile, what is the horizontal range of the projectile. Three parameters are there: greatest height, time of flight, and the horizontal range of the projectile. The first one is greatest height. Of the projectile. Greatest height of the projectile. What is the meaning of greatest height of the projectile? What does it mean by greatest height of the projectile? Greatest height of a projectile is defined as the maximum height up to which the projectile rises. Greatest height of the projectile is defined as the maximum height up to which the projectile rises. Greatest height is defined in the examination. You have to write like this: is defined as the maximum height up to which the projectile rises. The maximum height up to which the projectile rises. In the diagram, what is the maximum height the projectile rises? S is the maximum height up to which the projectile, A is the highest point, and S is the maximum height. In the diagram, AC is the greatest height. Now our aim is to find out what is the mathematical expression for the greatest height. Velocity of projection is u, angle of projection, that much is given to you. Velocity of projection is u, angle of projection is theta, and g is playing a very prominent role here. So with 3 parameters we will find out what is the expression for AC. So in the diagram, AC is the greatest height. So how to find out expression for AC? Now how AC is covered? How the highest point when the projectile is rising, A is the highest point. So at this point, by which component of velocity, u sin theta or u cos theta, the body is rising to a height. The body is rising to height by the vertical component of velocity only. Horizontal component has nothing to do with it. Greatest height is covered by vertical component of velocity only. Vertical component of velocity only. By vertical component of velocity only. The horizontal component nothing to do with it. Horizontal no role in it. But greatest height is covered by vertical component of velocity only. Now what is the initial vertical component? Initial vertical component at the time of projection is u sin theta. At the highest point, the vertical component is 0. Initial vertical component is u sin theta. Initial vertical component is u sin theta. Vertical component at the highest point. Vertical component at the highest point is 0. Initial vertical component u sin theta. Vertical component at the highest point is 0. So for the vertical component to be 0, what height the body will rise? That height is the greatest height. So how to find out that? So we will now apply the equation 0 square minus u square sin square theta phi square minus u square is equal to minus g into h. This height is h, vertical height is h. What is the formula? Which formula we are applying? We are since v square minus u square is equal to as. We are applying this formula. V square minus u square is equal to as. V square, final velocity square 0 square, u square minus u square sin square theta is equal to as. 2 a is minus g into s is h. So what is your h now? H is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. This is the expression for greatest height. Remember the formula, expression for greatest height. This is the expression for greatest height, ACH, greatest height, u square sin square theta by 2g. So next is your time of flight. Time of flight. Time of flight. What is the meaning of time of flight? Time of flight is total time taken by the projectile to complete its motion. Total time taken, it is defined as the total time taken by the projectile to complete its motion. In the diagram, it is the time taken by the projectile to go from O to B via A. In the diagram, it is the time taken by the projectile. It is the time taken by the projectile. It is the time taken by the projectile to go from. It is the time taken by the projectile to go from O to B through A. Time taken by the projectile to go from O to B through A. That is total time. Now, time taken by the projectile to go from O to A is equal to time taken by the projectile to go from A to B. Time taken by the projectile to go from O to A. Time taken by the projectile to go from O to A is equal to time taken to go from A to B. Time taken by the projectile to go from O to A is equal to time taken by the projectile to go from A to B, because since you can write it like this, since time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Time taken by the projectile to go from the highest point is same as the time taken by the projectile to come from the highest point to the lowest position. Time of ascent is equal to time of descent. So, time taken by the projectile to go from O to A is equal to time taken to go from A to B. So, time of flight is equal to 2 times time taken to go from O to A. So, time of flight will be 2 times the time taken to go from O to A. So, now let us find out time taken to go from O to A. Double of that will be your time of flight. What is the time taken to go from O to A? At O, the initial velocity, vertical component velocity u sin theta. At A, the initial vertical component velocity is 0. So, how much time it has taken for u sin theta to become 0 is the time taken with projectile to go from O to A. Initial vertical component of velocity, initial vertical component of velocity is equal to u sin theta. That is the velocity when the projectile was projected in vertical direction, u sin theta. At the highest point, the vertical component is equal to 0. At the highest point, the vertical component is equal to 0. So, how much time it has taken for the vertical component to become 0 at the highest point? So, how to find out that? Initial velocity u sin theta, final velocity is 0, acceleration due to gravity is minus g, and time taken is t, suppose. So, we will apply which formula? 0 minus u sin theta is equal to minus gt. 0 minus u sin theta is equal to minus gt. Which formula you are applying? V minus u is equal to at. This is the formula. V is equal to u plus at. It's a very simple formula which you know in school also. V is equal to u plus at. Now I apply that. V minus u is equal to at. V is 0. U is minus u sin theta. A is minus g and t. So what is your t? T is equal to how much? U sin theta by g. T is equal to u sin theta by g. This is the time taken by the projectile to go from O to A. Then what will be time of flight? Time of flight will be double of this. This is the time taken by the projectile. This is the time taken by the projectile to go from O to A. This is the time taken by the projectile to go from O to A. So, time of flight will be double of this 2t. Time of flight will be 2t, double of this. That is your 2u sin theta by g. This is the formula for time of flight. If u is the velocity of projection, theta is the angle of projection, then time of flight will be how much? 2u sin theta by g. So, one is greatest height, next is time of flight. The third parameter is horizontal range. Horizontal range means what is the maximum distance covered by the projectile in horizontal direction. Horizontal range of the projectile. 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 How to define horizontal range? It is defined as the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. It is defined as the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile, maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. In the diagram, what is the horizontal range? In the diagram, OB the horizontal range. In the diagram, the horizontal range is OB. In the diagram, horizontal range is OB. So, how to find out the expression for horizontal range? This horizontal range or horizontal distance is covered by horizontal component of velocity only, which is always constant. this horizontal distance is covered by horizontal component of velocity only. Horizontal component of velocity only. This horizontal distance is covered by horizontal component of velocity only, which is always constant. So horizontal distance is covered by horizontal component of velocity only, which is always constant. So what is the result of horizontal velocity? Horizontal component of velocity is u cos theta. What is the total time of flight? Time of flight is equal to 2u sin theta by g. Horizontal component of velocity is equal to u cos theta. This is constant throughout the motion, u cos theta. Total time, that is your time of flight, is equal to how much? 2u sin theta by g. Horizontal component of velocity u cos theta, total time is time of flight, that 2u sin theta by g. So what is horizontal range? So horizontal range is equal to horizontal range is equal to horizontal component of velocity into time of flight. Horizontal range is equal to horizontal component of velocity to time of flight. What is the horizontal component of velocity? U cos theta. Time of flight 2u sin theta by g. Why do you apply this? We apply this formula because you know that S is equal to Vt. We apply this formula here. S is equal to Vt, distance covered is equal to constant velocity into time. S is equal to Vt. So u cos theta into 2u sin theta by g. So this becomes what? U into u square 2 sin theta into cos theta by g. That is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. This is your horizontal range R. Expression for horizontal range. R is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, horizontal range. R is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. So, in a projectile, what is a projectile? What is the equation to the trajectory of the projectile? Expressions for greatest height, time of flight, and horizontal range of the projectile. So there can be questions, can be two types of long questions can be set from projectile motion. First type question, what is projectile motion? Deduce equation to the trajectory of the projectile. That is one type of question. Another type of question, what is projectile motion? Deduce expressions for time of flight, greatest height, time of flight, and the horizontal range of the projectile. Two types of questions, and numericals will be there. So this projectile motion is important. So far as entrance examination is concerned, in entrance examination, definitely always a question comes from projectile motion. So we deduce what is projectile motion. Whatever may be the question, first long question, there must be what is projectile motion. So it is a motion under gravity, a body projected into space and no longer propelled by any fuel is called projectile. So projectile motion is a motion under gravity only. Then we have deduced equation to the path of the projectile, and remember that path is a parabola. Question comes, objective question comes, what is the path of a projectile? Or there will be multiple choice questions. Equation to the path of a projectile is circular, elliptical, parabolic, like this. So next, greatest height, time of flight, and horizontal range. Now let us find out for what when you throw the projectile at different angles, it covers different horizontal distance. For what angle of projection, the body will cover maximum horizontal distance. That is very important. Angle of projection for maximum horizontal range. For a particular velocity, at what angle a projectile must be projected so that it covers maximum horizontal, it goes maximum distance horizontal direction. What is horizontal range? The horizontal range is equal to r, that is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta by g. This is the expression for horizontal range. For what angle of projection this range will be maximum? What is the maximum value of sin 2 theta? Maximum value of sin 2 theta is 1. For what value of 2 theta? When 2 theta is 90 degree. Maximum value of sin 2 theta is equal to 1. That is 2 theta is equal to how much? 90 degree, or theta is equal to how much? 45 degree. Maximum value of sin 2 theta is 1. So horizontal range will be maximum when sin 2 theta is 1, that is 2 theta is 90 degree and theta is 45 degree. So for horizontal range will be maximum when angle of projection is 45 degree. So horizontal range is maximum when the angle of projection is 45 degrees. This is very important, remember this. When the angle of projection is 45 degrees, horizontal range will be maximum. For same velocity at different angles, range will be maximum when theta is 45 degree. For this region, long jumpers, they always try to jump at 45 degree. If they jump at 45 degree, they will cover maximum horizontal distance. Similarly, when a javelin is thrown, the thrower always tries to throw it at 45 degree. If he throws at 45 degree, it will go maximum horizontal distance. This is a very important question, multiple choice question. For what angle of projection the horizontal range is maximum? So when the angle of projection is 45 degree, horizontal range is maximum. So we have discussed all these things today. In the next class, remaining things from projectile motion will discuss. There are two possible angles for the same horizontal range. If you throw a projectile at 30 degree, it will go the same distance. If you throw it as 60 degree, so both the angles are complementary to each other. Clear? So when the angle of projection, suppose the angle of projection is 40 degree, at 40 degree you are throwing, you throw it at 50 degree with the same velocity, it will cover the same horizontal range. In the next class that we shall discuss. We shall also discuss on numericals from this horizontal projectile motion, because this projectile motion is very important from theoretical point of view as well as from numerical point of view, for objective questions, for multiple choice questions and for numericals. Thank you all. Let's stop.